forget that we met. She hit a...
Last year, the Rams were one of 4 teams to beat the Bucs during Tampa Bay's championship season. LA now looks to challenge the throne. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Gunn here with Charles Davis as always. And CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2021 in his now 13th season in the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Stafford. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Time to see what this Tampa Bay Bucs offense has in store. They're led by the now 7-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 55. Charles, it's Tom Brady.
We're not even a quarter way into the season. He's already off to a pretty nice...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Tyler Higbee just keeps getting better and better as a receiver. Makes a nice grab there for a first down. In his sixth season now, all with the Rams, 6'6", 255. And we saw Matthew Stafford like working with T.J. Hockenson the last couple of years. He's going to love working with Tyler Higbee.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11 now. Back to throw, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Looking again in the direction of Woods, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at the 20. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 18 carries, 68 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and 11. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Near the sideline, and it's caught by Miller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Suckup will put this one right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Ndamukong Suh, recently a member of these Rams, with the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee. Well, this defense for the Bucs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, here's Fournette, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards, the pickup, 1st down. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Sebastian Joseph Day. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And in 2020, this unit was, again, one of the best defenses in the NFL. They can bring a lot of heat with their pass rush. As a group, they finished with 53 sacks last season, second only to the Steelers' 56, and a lot of it was interior pressure.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a give to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, you could just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down at Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
13.5 sacks in 2020, which tied for 2nd in the NFL behind T.J. Watt of Pittsburgh. We're getting to that territory where we're starting to take this man for granted. Defensive Player of the Year, 3 out of the last 4 seasons in the NFL.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A handoff to Fournette. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now. Still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And, folks, I don't know what more you can say about Tom Brady, but I'll tell you this. On that last throw, he toppled another mark, 80,000 career passing yards. Congratulations to number 12. The career, we know how sensational it's been, and somehow it just got a little more sensational. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Brady to Evans on the slant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now Brady. Slant route to Miller. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Jackson now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now it's Stafford. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Woods. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Stafford on 3rd down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. They'll give this to Akers running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
You better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Come on, 2nd and 8. Play action, now it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
That's how we do it, baby.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Succop's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Stafford now to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. 45.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Deshaun Jackson is now with his 4th franchise in his 14th NFL season, but this one, a homecoming a little bit. He grew up in Long Beach, so playing for the Rams seems like a natural. Picks up a first down with that catch there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Stafford trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a return out shy of midfield at a 46-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So out come the Bucs now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. And Chris Godwin, one of those great unselfish players. Remember, he gave up his uniform number to Tom Brady when he got to town. And he's kind of known as the 1B to Mike Evans 1A. In this Tampa Bay pecking order among receivers, he makes a nice catch there.
Throwing on first down is Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And Scotty Miller, nicknamed the Scooter by Tom Brady. Small in stature, a late-round pick, but he has an excellent knack for getting open and a lot faster than what people know. He's hoping to become the next Julian Edelman for TB12.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 7-yard.
Now Brady.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On first down, Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Fournette. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Fournette into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Rams 3.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Watch 9, watch 9.
Stafford. That's caught by Jackson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 41, Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. Gets around him, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the 45 on second down. Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Throwing again is Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Stafford looks to throw again. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Stafford. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Akers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Michel again. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
They can't hang with us.
Here's Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
Let's go, team.
Again, it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call, and he's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Big 20.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Hopkins. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Four yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Here's Jackson to return. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Jackson with a catch. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close.